Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. This is Danelli from the Cosmic Serenity. I am so blessed and excited to be here today with you all to share your general tarot card reading for the month of April. This is a general tarot card reading. Remember that this may reflect family, finance, career, love, sometimes one or the other. Sometimes everything appears in your reading all at once. This is a message conveyed through me from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. And I hope that this message resonates with each and every single one of you and that it delivers the mental clarity that you guys may be looking for at this precise moment in time, and that it delivers Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Danelli here from the Cosmic Serenity, wishing you all a wonderful month of April 2025. This is your general tarot card reading. Remember that this may include love, family, finance, friends, career, sometimes one or the other, sometimes two appear, and other times everything appears in your reading. I hope that this message truly resonates with each and every single one of you. This is the message that our ancestor spirit guides and angels have in store for you all, and that it may provide mental clarity, emotional support and guidance, as well as any answers you may have to any questions at this time in your life. Let's take a look and get started, my beautiful Capricorns. Your first card is Seven of Wands. There's a little bit of conflict going on in your life right now. You're not quite sure exactly how to handle this situation. You have a lot of conflict feelings because you are a very practical and logical person, but unfortunately, this situation does require more of an emotional, sympathetic, and more of an emotional response from you. And this might be a little bit difficult because you are so used to resolving situations that you're not quite sure or completely understand what angle or how to really tackle this task, because it does require emotional support, emotional understanding, sympathy from you. And well, my dear Capricorn, sometimes dealing with emotional things is not so easy for you. So definitely something that does require your emotional response. There is a little bit of conflict going on right now, but you are praying and meditating that you receive the enlightenment that you feel is needed to successfully or gracefully handle this situation. Your next card is Five of Wands. You are truly looking for signs. I feel that you are meditating, you are being humbled by this situation, as what you want is for all parties involved to have a positive and happy resolution, but you're just not quite sure if that's possible. I think that Capricorns tend to have a very positive outlook. And sometimes, because of this positive outlook, you tend to downplay emotions or other circumstances that can come into play when resolving or handling a situation. So obviously the outcome that you want from this is that of happiness, tranquility, peace, and for all parties involved to be happy. However, that is not always the situation. There will always be people that you will disappoint, that you will hurt, because not everybody can win. And that's just a very hard reality for you to handle, because of the fact that as a Capricorn, you tend to handle all matters yourself and always tend to navigate them. But the reality is that when you're dealing with other people, with other emotions, other parties involved, you don't necessarily know how others may respond. You have no control of their emotions. And so this leaves you feeling a little bit out of control, because even though you know what route you will take, that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody along the road may not be hurt by your actions. Your next card is Justice. You're trying to be fair in all matters, but obviously, when it comes to being fair, yes, there is the law. And obviously, the law tells you not to do something. Obviously, if you break the law, well, there's consequences. But when you're dealing with real life scenarios, situations, emotions, people, what may seem just to you may not be just to others. And so this is hard for you to understand, because what you're feeling and what you think, and even though you might be being practical, might not be the same situation that others may see, that others don't share your viewpoint, and what you might think is just may not be just for others, because again, you're not taking into account other people's emotions, thoughts, feelings, experiences. People deal with situations so differently than you may, because well, some people are much more emotional, you're definitely much more practical, or just because of circumstances that we've all been through in life. Everybody has their own trauma, their own situations, and everybody is their own reality. So I think that you're having a very hard time right now in this situation, how to navigate it, because in your mind, you think that there is a right way to handle this. But this is matters of the heart. This has to do with friends, family, with relationships. You're not quite sure exactly, you know the strategy and you know how you would like to tackle, but you're trying to make it in such a way as to no one getting hurt. But the reality is that someone will get hurt because you're not in control of the entire situation. And so this is a little bit hard for you because, well, you will hurt people by making a decision. You can't always make everybody happy. And what you think is just and fair may not be just and fair to somebody else's perspective or eyes, because people have gone through different situations. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're trying your best to navigate through this situation. You're obviously meditating. You're trying to find the best solution so that everybody wins. But the reality is that you are going to disappoint others. This may not be something intentionally that you're trying to do, but again, what you seem as fair and just may not be the situation for everybody else. So my advice is you have to make a decision. And when you make that decision, you have to be very clear and you have to adhere to whatever decision and the consequences that this decision may impose in your relationship, situation, friendship, family. There's no turning back. And I think that you think that you can take an action and not hurt others. But the reality is, I want you to remember, and my spirit guides and angels want me to tell you, people will get hurt in this situation. You are taking a very non-confrontational approach, very hands-off. But the reality is that even this approach hurts other people, because there may be other people that actually want you to make a decision, to take action. They may want you to prove yourself to them. And sometimes by not making a decision, you're also hurting other people. So you're kind of, your arms are almost like chained, because again, no matter what direction you make, you will hurt people. It may not be intentional, but it's just the situation, and it's just what will happen. There's really no going around it. And I think that you're trying to find solutions and alternatives, but you have to make a decision. You have to be blunt. You have to be decisive. You have to adhere, and you have to follow through it. You can't be going back and forth. You can't be giving it the runaround. You have to confront the situation head on to de-escalate the situation. 3 of Cups. Only by making a decision will you be free. Will you truly be at peace? And I'm getting the feel that you've been giving it the runaround for quite some time. This has been making other people feel hurt because they feel like you're not prioritizing them or making them feel important or showing them that you care. But also it's hurting you because you're not really making a decision. And living like this in uncertainty is so painful for a Capricorn, because, well, you guys always like to be solid in all of your decisions. But again, someone will be hurt. However, you have to make a decision. It's inevitable. You're going to have to confront it. You're going to have to make the decision. You're going to have to adhere. And whatever the outcome, whatever the situation may be, I promise you, it may be painful, it may be hard, but at the end of the day and in the long run, it's going to bring happiness, ease, and release you from any burden you've been carrying this whole entire time. You have the opportunity to be happy, to be content, but you are robbing yourself because you're delaying a decision that needs to be made. And time is running out, because if you don't make a decision, people will make a decision for you. And the problem with that, it may not be a decision that you may like, or you may push people away from you because they don't want to interact with you, because they don't really value you or see you as someone trustworthy or someone that prioritizes them. Page of Wand. You're going to have to go with your heart, my dear Capricorn. This is very hard for you to do, but you're going to have to. This is not a logical decision. This is not about pleasing other people. This is about matters of the heart. At the end of the day, bottom line, look at your heart. What truly matters to you? This is what you will need to look at and take into consideration when you make your decision. What do you love? What do you care? What do you not want to see go from your life? These are the things that matter. You're right now being so cautious, outweighing the pros and the cons. But you will never win if you're thinking logical. It has to be matters of the heart. You have to look inward. What really matters? What breaks your heart? Who are you thinking about? What motivates you? What moves you? You know, these are the important things. I'm going to just draw one single card for clarification, just because I do feel that, my fellow Capricorns, you have to make a decision. It's been very hard. You've been trying to delay making this decision, but time is up. If you don't make it, people are going to make it for you. And if you don't make a decision and you take this hands-off approach, people will want to stay away from you because they will deem you as unworthy. Page of Cups. What matters is matters of the heart. Page of Cups, water. It's your emotions. It's your feelings. What will make you happy? What do you love? What do you cherish? What do you really care about at the end of the day? This is all that matters, my dear Capricorn. You might be logical. You might think that you might resolve the situation using strategy and but remember, justice is perspective. It's perspective. It's what you think. What is fair to you might not be fair to other people. So at the end of the day, what truly matters is matters of the heart. What do you feel? What is going to bring you joy? What is going to bring conclusion, resolution to your heart? Peace of mind, peace in your heart that you know that you made the decision that at the end of the day was influenced because of your heart. No one can get upset of you if it was a decision that came from the heart and that was pure, with good intentions and genuine. This is the overall message that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels have in store for Capricorn. What is the overall theme? What do our spirit guides want to leave you as the last message for your reading? This is the message for Capricorn. Citrine, I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. Expand self-confidence and awareness of personal magnificence. Remember divine essence. Increase mental clarity. Exude joy, enthusiasm, and happiness. Shine your light. My dear Capricorn, you have all the possibilities, all the opportunities to be happy. But with this situation, you are not going to be let go that easy. This is not a matter of what's logical, what's just, what's fair, because that's all perspective. You have to look inward. You have to look at your heart. What truly makes you happy? What do you love? What do you want? What do you want your life to look like? These are the important matters that you have to think of when making this decision. You cannot win this situation with being logical. So make yourself vulnerable, look inward, think about what makes you happy, and make a decision. People are waiting for you to make a decision. You need to make a decision soon. Otherwise, a decision will be made for you. My dear Capricorn, I can't wait to hear about this situation. Make sure to drop some messages below. I would be more than happy to answer. Again, make a decision. Otherwise, a decision will be made for you. Sending you all of my cosmic peace, love, serenity, abundance, good health, fortune, all the best for my dear Capricorns. And once again, you need to make a decision based from the heart.